guys, I'm Sprallo and I'm bringing you this emergency cryptocurrency update. Now, I've been gone for few days and I'm sorry about that, but the reason is that we are preparing for Krallo Trading Show, and the winners of Krallo Trading Show are coming to Dubai in a few days, and there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that we're going to be doing. So there's going to be cameramen depicting everything, and then quite a few episodes of the whole thing are going to be coming out in March. So if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. And also, one of the previous videos got us a record number of likes, like 2,000 something likes. So this is so amazing, and you are, guys and girls, are listening to me. So thank you all so much for all the support, for all the commenting, and for all the subscriptions and all the likes. And keep doing it. Whenever my video comes out, smash up that like button so that our videos actually are going into the algorithm and we are showing the world and YouTube that these videos are important for you guys. And it's, again, as always, it's a lot easier to hit that like button than to create these videos. So what's going on in Bitcoin? Since we've been so busy with the preparation for the show and stuff, I was following it for quite a bit, and I was posting some really tiny stuff in the Telegram channel. So if you're not yet subscribed to my free Telegram channel, then go to the description of this video and subscribe. So there are a few important key things I really want to mention in this video. So first of all, let's take a look at S&P 500. And so far, again, we are being rejected by 45.32, by 45.30. And basically, this is something that is quite worrying for us, but really want to see how this plays out and whether we're going to go down and retest 4400 and then go down even lower to 4280, which again is going to be more than possible since we're going to be raising the interest rates very soon. So this is just inevitable in my personal opinion. But as we've seen right here, that Bitcoin actually lost correlation with S&P 500 for some time, and that was quite good. But now it's gaining back its traction in terms of the correlation between S&P and Bitcoin. Oh well, whatever. So let's take a look at a bigger picture right here, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what worries me. And what worries me is exactly what has worried me previously in the previous videos that I've mentioned, and that is number one, that is being the volume. So the volume, if you take a look at the current situation with the volume right here and right here, just in the daily chart, you're gonna notice that the volume is actually decreasing. Not by much, but it still is decreasing. So that's not a very good sign. And currently, as I mentioned in the previous video, we are basically in the middle of the battle right now. So we've actually, and I'll be absolutely honest with you, I thought that we're gonna actually consolidate a bit longer before we actually break 42,300 and also for the 4,000, which is at about right here. So I was thinking that we're gonna be consolidating here for a little bit longer before we actually break it, but we've broken it. And also we had this 50-day moving average in the daily chart, which I also mentioned to be very, very important, and for you guys and girls to stay cautious. Remember, if you want to be trading actively, don't look any further than Bybit. I personally have over $250,000 now. With Bitcoin going up, I have like $280,000 with Bybit. And down in the description of this video, you will find a link to open a Bybit account with my personalized exclusive link and get up to $4,100 in real money as bonuses for opening an account with my link and depositing money into it. So enjoy the bonuses, and right now also for limited time they're offering a 30% discount on commissions, which is going to save you hundreds of dollars, potentially thousands of dollars. So enjoy the bonuses. And currently we are actually stuck. This is quite interesting. This is something I wanted to show you. We're currently stuck in between two important key market levels, which is 42,000 and 46,000, and we are also stuck in between two very important moving averages. So this one being the 50-day moving average, and this one right here is actually a 100-day exponential moving average. So look at it, we're just in between right now, and the volume is going down. So is this a good time to long the market? I mean, we're seeing some support from the 50 MA right here, and we also have some support from $42,000 key market level, 42,300, which has been quite important. So if you want to try and somehow trade this channel, which is happening right here, right now, and get yourself potentially an early entry. If we're gonna make this attempt to break 46,000, this could be okay. Just make sure that you understand and acknowledge the risks of volume dropping, and also quite a few things I'm gonna mention in this video as well. So be very attentive and be very careful, and remember to use proper risk and money management if you're gonna be taking these kinds of hyperactive battle kind of trades. So be very, very attentive. Now, next thing that I wanted to show you is, let's take a look at actually, let's turn off the MAs. Let's go to the weekly chart and let's take a look at the volume. Yes, the volume is also decreasing in the weekly chart. And again, guys and girls, as I mentioned in the previous video, it doesn't mean, this is not financial advice, it doesn't mean that it cannot suddenly, good news might come out and it's gonna just go to the moon. I mean, it can happen. We're looking at things very technically at this time, and do your own analysis. So you can see that the volume is decreasing right here in the weekly chart, which isn't really that very good. And let's take a look at something that is very cool, and that is the Ema Ribbon. As you might remember, it was a very good indication. It served as an incredible indication for us in terms of whether it's a bear market or a bull market. So, and right now we are actually trying to break into the Ema Ribbon, but we are being pushed down right here, which actually is, and the volume is decreasing, and we are being squeezed down from this moving average, so from the Ema Ribbon. So also quite a tight situation. And again, there are still a few days to go in this week, obviously, and we really want to close inside the weekly Ema Ribbon. This is going to be a very bullish sign, in my personal opinion. Now, there are two more things that I really want to mention in this video that in my personal opinion are very crucial, and that is once again, I cannot stress this enough, the whale ratio and the whale presence at the exchanges. And as you can see, we are still, again, we're going back up really high to about 90% almost right here. So and usually, as you might remember, in the bull market, we are usually keeping below 85, below this line right here. And in the bear market, and when there is a lot of manipulation and the beating down the price, so to speak, as we've seen in many instances here, we'll actually see this kind of, you know, the whale activity indicator being above 85%. But certainly we can take a look at the current fear and greed index reading, which is at about 50 currently, so it's at neutral. But is it really going to give us any indication in terms of whether this is finally a bottom and we are going to be moving up? In my personal opinion, the fear and greed index doesn't really show that very much, especially when we have some other indicators showing us the opposite direction, which, for example, let me find it just shortly. Oh, there it is. So this is, again, futures open interest, and the price has increased actually, and we did some kind of a divergence here in the open interest in terms of leveraged futures trading, but now it's actually going down. Even though the price is sort of consolidating, let's go to the daily chart in this area right now. So we're sort of dancing around. We didn't drop below too much, but nonetheless, the open interest is actually slowly going down. So this is also something that, you know, you can take a look in terms of the market sentiment and compare it to the fear and greed index. This would be a better indication, in my personal opinion, of what's going on. And here in the daily chart, by the way, also very interesting that in the weekly chart, as you might remember, in the Ema Ribbon, we were actually trying to break into it and we were being pushed down. But in the daily chart, we actually broke above it right here, had a lot of volatility in this area before we bounced off of spot on. I mean, call me Mr. Spot on. My level placement is incredible. Just look at it right here. It just bounced off of my level at 45,762 pretty much perfectly, like a perfect false break. So if you've taken this false break for a quick short trade, congratulations on your profits. So, and we are basically currently hovering above the Ema Ribbon, which is quite a good sign, and let's see if we hold it, and if not, then well. And now about the price target, because again, even in the daily chart, the Ema Ribbon has always been quite important. Whenever we broke above it, we actually saw a really nice rally, and in this case as well, when we broke below it, we saw a nice rally. And now we are finally also breaking above it, so this is sort of a bullish sign. However, we cannot, as I said before, we cannot ignore things like the volume and everything that I showed you in this video. Now, about the targets, what am I personally looking out for? And this is extremely simple. So if you found yourself a nice entry into a long trade, which I personally didn't because of my risk and money management, and this huge explosion, which just rendered my risk and money management useless, unfortunately. But if you did enter, then currently our main target is to break $46,000. Guys and girls, this is the most important. Now, the next one is going to be $52,000. This is obvious. This is the level everybody knows, and then pretty much the all-time high. So it's very, very simple. But if we actually break down, we break below 42K, then we break below the last level of resistance at 40,500, then we might as well be retesting the areas of the low 30s, perhaps somewhere in this area. So we are in the middle, we are jammed in the middle right now, and finding an entry currently either into a long trade or a short trade can be quite difficult, but it's doable. So if that's something you want to do, best of luck. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comments whether you've enjoyed this longer type of a video, or I should be doing more of these short ones. Please do let me know, and thank you very much for watching. Stay smart, stay rich, Mr. Spot on duty. I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio!